Tonight we had grilled cheese with tomato soup. Starting off with my sandwich bread, I added warm water to a measuring cup and then I added in molasses and honey. Then I went ahead and stirred in my yeast and set that aside. In another measuring cup, I added in some oil and eggs and then I whisked that up until it was well combined. In a large bowl, I added bread flour, whole wheat flour, and salt, stirred that around really well, and then created a well in the center and mixed that up until it formed a shaggy dough. Floured my work surface, and then I just kneaded this until it was a nice smooth ball. Then I dropped that into an oil bowl, and then I put some plastic wrap over it and let it proof for an hour. Once it was risen, I took it out of the oven and I punched it down, and then I removed it from the sides. Then I got my scale and I measured out the whole dough, and then I separated this into two pieces. Then I oiled my loaf pans and then I just spread out the dough, and then I rolled it up and dropped it into the pans. Then I covered them again with plastic wrap and put them in the oven to proof for another 30 minutes. For the tomato soup, I have garlic, onion, vine tomatoes, Roma tomatoes, and grape tomatoes, as well as some parsley and basil. Gave everything a good wash. Then I just went ahead and quartered my tomatoes. And once those were all cut up, I went ahead and chopped up my onion into some big slices and put this on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Added the garlic and drizzled everything with some avocado oil and seasoned it with everything you see on the screen. Once I gave that a good mix, I put that in the oven to start roasting for about 45 minutes. By this time, my dough was risen, so I made an egg wash with some egg and milk. And then I just went ahead and brushed the tops of those and put those in the oven on 375 for about 40 minutes. And I took them out, let them cool a little bit, and then I took them out of the pans. By this time, our veggies have been roasting for about 45-50 minutes, and so I went ahead and put them in the blender with the parsley, basil, some chicken bouillon, and tomato bouillon, and then just a little bit of water, and I blended that up for a little bit. Then I added in some tomato paste, blended that up again, and then I'm going to pour that into a pot, add some more water, and then I added in some Parmesan cheese rinds, and then I just stirred that around until it warmed through. Then I got out my slicer and sliced up all of my bread, and as you can see, this came out really good, and here are all my slices. Now to make my grilled cheese, I just spread some garlic butter on the outside, laid that down on the griddle, added in some cheese, then I added in my bread on top, and then I added some more garlic butter, let that cook for a few minutes, flipped it over, cut it in half, and there you have it. Hope you guys enjoy. If you try it, let me know.